Brilliant. Now, my next guest starred in one of TV's most popular comedy series.
This is for Mike and Josie. They're going to act out a scene. Tony Slattery is going to be providing the hands for her.
We always like to put a cake on its head.
And you have to come up with as many different ways of using that. At the same time, I'll pass between the two pairings.
I prefer these kebabs when they leave the skins on. I know, but big tooth, big fairy.
On guard.
I learned to drum in a library.
Let me
Take a look at that. Take a look at that.
1990.
Baywatch.
We've got to save people out there. I didn't realise. I thought it was nice to see you.
Oh, it's lovely to see you too.
Oh, wow. Is the chick on my back all right?
Yes, yes. Well, Whose Line Is It Anyway is back. Josie Lawrence is here now. Back on stage.
Back on stage, back at the Palladium, which is the last time I saw you, in 2001. Can you believe it?
That's true, that's true. You were doing a beautiful Mrs Anna.
I was doing Mrs Anne in The King and I, and you did a charity thing where you did the Shall We Dance?
I did, and I was rubbish.
You weren't, you were brilliant. And you shared, you had Elaine Page's ball gown.
I
Because
did.
mine, well, you could have camped in mine, really. But
you could camp in all of them. That was the thing about those big dresses in The King and I.
But that's the last time we met, so it's a nice link.
Gosh,
because
it
I'm back
is.
at the Palladium.
It's gone right round in a circle.
Yeah.
Is it just like riding a bike, going back onto this show, or is it a bit scary?
Remember, I do it every week at the Comedy Store. It's
That's
Dan
true.
Patterson, the producer, saw me and Paul Merton with the Comedy Store Players, and we're in the Guinness Book of Records. We've been doing it since 1985, so there hasn't been a year when I haven't been
When you've not been doing
when I
it.
haven't been
Yeah,
working.
well, that makes
As a matter of
perfect
fact,
sense.
Lorraine, you were mentioned last night.
Oh.
I thought a researcher was in. We do a game called Who Am I?, where somebody has to leave the room so they can't hear, and they have to guess that they're a weird profession, and the audience choose it. And last night it was the person who makes the fur for the ventriloquist dummy of a giraffe that's owned by Lorraine Kelly.
Perfect. God, and did anybody get that?
They did. They did.
They're amazing.
As soon as they got the clue for Lorraine, they said Lorraine Kelly. You see, you're the most famous Lorraine.
Well, I don't know about that, but I think that's brilliant.
Yeah.
You've still been doing it, and it's so. Is it still as competitive as it was? Is it just still...
It's never competitive. That's the weird thing.
Because things like Mock the Week, I think, is very gladiatorial and very competitive.
No, I couldn't do Mock the Week. I think that's very... I think you have to be a great wit and a stand-up, which I've never done, you know.
Yeah, but you can turn your hand to anything.
You see, to me, I treat it like an acting exercise. So I'm with a team of people and I'm playing silly characters.
Right, gotcha.
But the thing is, the whole point of improv is that we do help each other out.
Right.
So if one of us is flaying a bit... then
The other one's right in there.
The other
Right.
one's right in there.
Gotcha.
The main key is to never be embarrassed about anything you might do. And with Whose Line Is It Anyway? I mean, I love it. It's my favourite job I've ever done on telly, really, because it's given me so much, you know. So thank you, you know, Dan Patterson and Mark Leveson.
Do you ever, short of words, do you ever have that moment where you think, I don't really know where I'm going now, so if somebody help me?
No, I don't know what it is. If I was to look, I mean, we did it at the Adelphi last year, and so there's thousands of people out there, and you look through the little chink, everybody's pacing, which is like their nerves coming out.
Sure.
You look through the little chink, and all these people, and you think, if I think about the fact that there's 2,000 people out there, all paid, and I'm about to go on stage and haven't a clue what I'm about to do, then you'd have a nervous breakdown or something. It's best just go on there, open your mouth, and see what comes out. And it's amazing, because we haven't done it for ages, but then we did the live theatre show, and it was like being a rock star. Yeah. It's a really good evening. But we have to let people know that it's only on for 10 days, 14 performances, because last year it was only on for 10 days, and people thought it was on for longer. Ah. So there was a whole rush at the end.
So it's only the 14 days.
And
could it come back to telly? I think it could.
I think it could.
To?
I mean, the American version, it goes on and on. So we've got Greg Proops and Brad and Colin Mockery and a guy that works there called Jeff Davis, who I've never met before, but he's gorgeous.
Oh, nice.
So that'll be fun.
That helps.
Jeff Davis is on. And, of course, Clive Anderson's back.
Yeah.
And if it did come back to England, yeah, it would be nice to do an occasional one, but there's so many younger brilliant improvisers out there now, and I think it'd be nice to introduce a new generation.
Yeah, but you could have you guys, and then they could come
have
in
the
as well.
oldies and the youngies.
Or the mature.
The
experience.
The mature.
The experience.
The experience.
So we have to say happy birthday to you.
I know.
Because you're
my
21.
birthday.
You're
I'm
21. Our
You know-
Jack's got you a wee bunch of flowers.
Oh, my God, thank you, Jack. Oh, I love Jack. Jack's just got married.
I know. And everybody loves
He's
Jack.
still glowing. That'll change.
Yeah, still glowing. He's got that post-honeymoon glow that he has, which is absolutely lovely.
Thank you so much.
Not at all. You enjoy. Keep them in your dressing room and
I
enjoy
will.
everything. When does it all kick off?
It kicks off on Thursday, so come and see us.
I would love to. I would love to. Yeah, I wouldn't wear the big frock.
No, don't wear
but
the big
it's so
frock.
lovely to see you.
And
Thank you. Thank
and
you so much. Right, still to come this morning.